It's just a protein that allows things to occur. Like our bodies are like the universe. There are billions and trillions of genes and proteins inside us. There's not just one diet for everyone.
Don't have any good or bad food.
Yep.
Food, it's food.
I can bet you so many people just don't turn around and read ingredients. It's just what you are and what you have.
Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. Today we're talking about science. We are going to talk about something we all experience: feeling tired, losing motivation, or struggling without food habits. Now my guest is Rey Moncton, and he's a research technical in New England Biolabs. Today we will try to translate this deep science into something practical, something that can help you feel better and understand your body differently. Rey, I'm really glad to have you here. Let's keep this fun, simple, and engaging for our listeners. I'm excited to hear your insights.
So like you said, it's correct. I am a research technician at New England Biolabs in Ipswich, Massachusetts. So I work in a research lab. We do high throughput screening and discovery of enzymes because New England Biolabs, well, we are known for selling enzymes for multiple things that you need it for. And we sell to universities, to police, to the FBI, and just all around research. And so our department, we focus on newer ways, newer techniques to discover new proteins as like enzymes.
So first question is about enzymes, but a lot of people hear about enzymes, but for sure this picture, it's really hard to explain. You remember talking today about we have different world in our bodies.
Yes.
So today we have the topic why humans have tired and overeat. So it's about lifestyle and how simple biology helps people, and genetic tests and laboratories help to control the habits and control the mindset for people.
Yes.
So first the question is about enzymes.
Yes.
We know all about enzymes, but how do you think simple for...
So what's enzymes?
Yes.
Yeah, because right when people hear the word enzymes, they're like, "Yeah, what really is that?" So I want to breaking it down easily. Enzymes are another word is protein. It's just
Yes.
protein, but enzyme is a specific protein, and enzymes speed up reactions or cause reactions to occur. Like the enzymes in your stomach, like you have enzymes in your stomach that break down food, or the enzymes like a DNA polymerase is a specific enzyme, and DNA polymerase are proteins that synthesize DNA for any experiment. So enzymes do so many things, and enzymes are so important for reactions to speed up and take place. And so if we're able to study and understand enzymes and proteins, we're able to see how our bodies react to certain foods, certain environments, or a lack of activity in a reaction can cause bad things to happen. So, enzymes are very important. It's just, people get confused with the word enzyme. Like, what is that? What is that? It's just a protein that allows things to occur.
You're doing PCR and how to your research to help understand the more detailed enzymes for scientists.
What we do is we kind of like start the projects for researchers. So research labs within our own company come to us saying that we want these genes and these different combinations to be put together because we want to see if we can do experiments on a specific enzyme that has yet to be discovered. And so what we do is like they tell us what the sequence they want to look for, and then what we do is we prepare, we order, design projects, design the genes, and then we put these genes within a plasmid, an E. coli plasmid, a bacterial cell, and then we use the bacteria as like a machine to clone more of this specific sequence of proteins. Because in science, you need a lot of a material to work on it. Because once you work on a material, you're done with it. That's it.
Yes.
So what we do is we do high throughput. So we do this cloning and purifying, but we do it at a higher level. Instead of one clone at a time, we do it 96.
96.
And so, but that doesn't mean you're going to get 96 pure proteins at the end of it, right? Because we go through a long process of construction, growing up the cell, picking that cell, sequencing, making sure it has the sequence that you want. And then once we have that, then we have to grow it up, purify it, and then see if it's soluble. Now, that's a whole other world. Soluble versus insoluble proteins. Insoluble proteins is you can't see it on a gel. It's not,
Yes.
you can't really pull it. So what we do is we give these labs soluble proteins that they want. So out of 96, we might have gotten 8 soluble proteins, or we might have gotten 10. But these are enough material that they can use to work on and see if they can have some activity or if it works.
Yeah.
So we meet them 80% of the way, and then they do what they want with it. Instead of before, scientists would have to do everything from cloning to ordering to doing that to purifying. What we do, we take that all out the way. We purify, we clean it, and then we give them the proteins to work with. So it saves them a lot of time, where doing 96 at once, it takes time.
About experience in lifestyle, for example, you're already professional and working long time with enzymes. They talk with you about food. It's really big topic about talking, like super deep, have a lot of information, and all people is different, and all enzymes in our human body completely working different.
Yes.
So our people have personalized way to research, like, and how do you think for this time, for your research experience, which enzymes or which type of enzymes, how more deeply research enzymes helps us humans and make way to lifestyle more personalized in this moment?
Was food is very relatable, right? We all eat food, but you see certain people can't break down for certain foods, as in someone who might have an allergy to a certain food. They don't have the protein or the enzyme to break down that protein, and so that makes them be allergic to it.
Yes.
So that's a lack of producing that certain gene, that certain protein to break down that food. So if we start to just understand certain foods and how they affect us, but more of like, okay, is there something biological that is making us not break down this certain food, or make us either be more unhealthy than the average person? And so I think when you actually start to look at people's genes and look at their makeup and their genome, you get to actually understand, like, everyone's different and all foods affect people differently. And so when you get to the root of the problem, biological and right down to molecular way, you get to really understand, like, okay, how do my genes work in this world where there's so many foods, so many, you can have 2 products the same, but both products have different chemicals in them. And so you just can't pick any, because they're gonna affect you in a certain way. So I think this is very important. If we just, because people get afraid when they talk about DNA and they don't understand it. It's such a big even scientists, like, we still haven't discovered all the enzymes in our body, or all, we still haven't. We're still on the cusp. I like to say that, like, our bodies are like the universe, right? There are billions and trillions of genes and proteins inside us that we still haven't discovered, and we're still trying to. So I think that's very important. If people just have like a basic knowledge of DNA and how it works, and then they're like, instead of choosing things on like low calories or low sugar, be like, no, what is the ingredients? What are the chemicals in here?
So
that's a
need
big
knowledge. So I think here is two way. One way it's knowledge, and one way it's mindset. So it's feelings. So let's try to talk about mindset.
mindset.
How to feeling by intuition, but sometimes symptoms. It's signals about what happened in organism. How do you think, in your experience, how to understand like right way, not good way, right way to navigate to clean lifestyle with more good food, but all culture have a different microbiome, and
Everyone has,
and it don't have one diet for all, so need all personalized. So how do you think about in your experience and maybe in your research?
Well, I kind of, like, that's a very good point. How there's not just one diet for everyone, right? There's different diets, but there are certain things you need in your diet. Like we all need protein, right? We need protein. That's one thing we do need. And I kind of look at diets or like things you need as like the gym.
Mm-hmm.
The gym, there's 100 workouts to do an ab workout, but you don't have to do all 100. You can do the one that you like, and it still works. So it's kind of like a diet where you don't have to eat broccoli and chicken, but you can find an alternative to it where it's still healthy. You don't have to eat broccoli. You can eat cauliflower. You can eat carrots, right? It's not like you have to eat this to be good. It's more of like eat healthy, but eat the things that you like that's healthy. I think nowadays people get really upset, like, oh, I can't eat sugar, or I can't have this. No, you can have sugar, just not every day, just not 10 times a day. But like, what kinds of sugars are you having? Now there's a different conversation, right? There's high fructose corn syrup versus real sugar cane, and people think that's the same thing, and it's not the same thing, right? And you get to learn when you start looking at ingredients and you start to really be food conscious. So like, there's not one road. There's many roads, but you got to find the road that has all the things that you need in a day.
How do you think how to find instruction like scientists?
Oh.
How to find the road for ourselves? If don't have any background, like
What
don't
to do.
have any tests, it's different. But
Yes.
how to moving by this way?
Yeah, right. The common person isn't studying genetics, isn't studying molecules, right? So how can they understand this without really understanding the deep science about it? And I'll just say, just break down the things that you truly need versus the things that you don't need at all. So the things you truly need is proteins and healthy fats. So I always tell people, eat avocado every day. Avocado, if you eat protein, whatever it is, chicken or beef, and you eat some avocado, I guarantee you will not be craving that sugar, that cake, because avocado is healthy fats, super healthy fats, and it fills you up without you even knowing it does. Just like if you eat a bunch of steak, like the carnivore diet, you eat a bunch of steak, a bunch of protein, a bunch of that, you're full, but you're also not feeling sluggish and like with pasta and stuff like that. Where pasta really is just carbs, and you still need carbs in your diet, but how much? And that's the balance you need to have. You got to understand, like, okay, what can I have where if I have a lot of it, it won't be a problem? Fruits, meats, those two things. You can have a lot of vegetables, and I know a lot of people don't like talking about vegetables. Like, oh, that's gross. Find the vegetable that you like. Find a vegetable. You don't have to eat this specific vegetable. And each vegetable has its own proteins and enzymes in them that do different things. And so I think the common person just need to understand, like, okay, what do you like to eat first? What do you like to eat? Are you a meat and potatoes person? Are you a pasta person?
Yes.
And then you understand that, and then you're like, okay, what can I put in this pasta? Right? I can't put a bunch of greasy, dry, fried things in it, but I can put healthy things in it. So it has the healthy things that you like, but it's not, but you're still eating something that you do like, right? So it's you just gotta combine, like, having the healthy choices versus what you like, or else you're just gonna hate eating every day and not like what you're doing.
But a lot of people have drink a lot of cola or eat a lot of burgers. They have wrong signals, but it's different flora, it's different enzymes, and it's different instructions for working inside. You have not just science background, you have also
Life.
life. Yeah. That's why it's really interesting. How is your opinion about intuition way in food?
Like food conscious. It's the topic is, food conscious, right?
Yes.
And
It's really common now.
well, the problem is not having that,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of it has to do with, your lifestyle, right? Like if you are working 12 hours a day, or you have a lot of kids that you got to feed real quick, or you're on the go, and that's where fast food comes from, where it's like, that's what it is. I need that food fast. But then there's a reason it's fast food, because it was made quick. And how was it made quick? There's preservatives in there. There's chemicals in there. It's usually fried, because what's the quickest way to cook something? You fry it. And so I think we just gotta educate people and tell them that the problem is not fast food or fried foods. The problem is how much of it you're having.
Knowledge.
If you have McDonald's once a week, you're good. The rest of the days, you're having vegetables and clean things. But if you have that one day, And I don't really like calling it a cheat meal because then it sounds kind of right. It's kind of like it's a bad thing. I don't like the word cheat. It's more of like, all right, you've been eating good for so long. Hey, there you go. Have this, have that.
You know, cheat day. This name already have a
Negative.
negative.
Yes.
Cheat yourself.
Like food is bad.
Yeah,
Food is not bad.
Yeah, food it's neutral. So food it's not good and not bad. Food
Yes.
is not about emotions.
Exactly.
So and the different way is knowledge. If someone really need to research ourselves, how to best way to understand like information about personalized food, personalized plan for food.
Like, personal.
Yeah, dietologist don't have working with genetic now. Scientists and doctors and don't have any connection in medicine.
Yes.
You understand? Yeah.
Yeah, because in general, right, doctors who are in America anyway, they're taught to help you after things are going wrong. They're not really taught to prevent things from happening. They're like, okay, something went wrong. This is what you should do to get better. They don't really do preventative medicine. That's not what they're taught.
Yeah.
And there's incentives to this, and pharma and pills, right? Pills is a quick fix,
Yeah.
but it's not really a quick fix.
Yeah.
It fixes the symptoms that you're having. But going back, and then the scientists are just gonna tell you the facts.
Yeah.
This is why this is happening,
Yes.
and it's happening because of this. So scientists really look at the beginning of things. Scientists can't.
But how to explain? But we have a lot of customers who already try to make tests for DNA. They don't explaining that, and this is the weird problem.
Well, right. It's now we're going to mindset and habits, right? Because someone whose blood sugars is high and they go to the doctor and they gotta lower their blood sugar. Well, let's go back. Are you eating sugar drinks or food late at night every night? That's a habit. Like, is it like whenever you watch TV, you feel like you just have to eat something sweet or something not healthy, right? Like, it's habits. It's like, okay, what was the beginning of this? And then you gotta, train yourself and train your habits and your mindset of like, okay, I know I like to eat ice cream when I'm watching TV. Okay, how about when I watch TV, I choose a better snack, or I get rid of all the ice cream at the house, right? So you gotta train like your, the actions you take before you even go to that food. Why you go to that food, and why you having so much of it?
Yeah, it's interesting topic. And how have people who stop eat junk food, for example, and someone don't stop, like don't have any motivation or something like, even if it's fat, also it's hard to stop it. How it's connected with enzymes and genome? It's all
like having motivation.
Yeah. Also, the motivation is dopamine.
Dopamine.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, go back to the risk reward, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we talk about that enough
Yeah.
in today's world about risk reward. Like,
Yes.
we have in our brains the risk reward mechanism, right? Where we know, like, working hard and eventually at the end of it there's going to be a reward. But I think now we've cut off the hard work and we're just looking at the reward
Yes.
and reward, but we're not thinking about what it took to get to there. And so now everybody's different. Everybody gets motivated differently, right? So I think that's where now we're getting back to like the beginning of why you had these bad food habits or taking in alcohol that's bad for you. Like, what is it? Things lead up to that. You don't just have it in you, all these bad foods. It's like, okay, what was the thought process? Who are you around? Is that the only food around? So that's why you had it. And so, yeah, I think you gotta really start at like human behavior, right?
So
we're like, our brain loves consistent
fast emotions.
Yes, it's comfortableness. Your brain wants to be stressed. So what causes less stress? Getting the quick food.
Yes.
Getting but it tastes good and it's the sugar.
No, so this is the balance. So if someone have a stress, for different side we need some emotions, different emotions for balancing this. But it's working with cortisol. Like the cortisol regulate the feelings, and for example, people have more sensitivity and less sensitivity. How it's working with enzymes and proteins about sensitivity nerve system, for example, different feeling.
Yes.
And people who have higher feeling, they have more motivation for eat more. You have information about this question, how enzymes control this, and if, for example, person understand, yes, I have a lot of prediction, how to manage it.
I mean, first you gotta see how like different foods affect you. That's the first thing, right? Like even like why do some people like the taste of this food and some people don't like the taste of that food?
Yes.
You can go down to, you know, their enzymes and their protein and seeing like how do they break down that food. You know, everybody breaks down food differently.
Yeah.
So even the breakdown of a certain food and someone breaking it down different than someone else, then that affects you. So now you don't like that food, right? And it's down to our makeup, right? And what's easy to us to break down versus not easy to break down.
Yeah.
And then that affects how we choose things. And even like in the taste of something,
Yeah.
like taste is not just like it's a choice.
Choice.
It's like, no, you tasted something, you didn't like it. Why was that? Well, your molecules and your receptors didn't like it, and everyone's different.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, that's why you got to find the things you like and then make it healthy. And that's where it comes. That's how I think about it.
So you feel all connected, like science connected with intuition always.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like quantum physics and classic physics.
Mhm.
So if this have connections, so you have a big roots about this, you have a background, you feel how to hard explain for something like deep. So today I want to help people understand the steps, how to make the lifestyle and the habits more easy. We have a lot of podcasts where people speaking about habits, about lifestyle, blah blah blah, and people really confused about like
What to do?
what to do.
What's the right thing to do?
But don't have any right things, but have a personalized, how to find personalized way to, for example, food for control habits.
Shoot, right? Like everyone's different, right? And everyone likes different things. So I guess, you know, it's really, I think first thing is educating the chemicals, right? Like we talked about, there's two of the same products. They're both, say, yogurt. They're both vanilla yogurts, different brands. Turn around, just read the ingredients. That's it. Just because it's there, and then just learn about what that ingredient does. And now you know high fructose corn syrup. There's two juices. That's more simple to understand. We all know what high fructose corn syrup is, yet we still drink it. But why does one have high fructose corn syrup and the other one has pure sugar cane? And then you start to be like, oh, anything that has this chemical, stay away from. And that's a simple fact. Because no one's saying don't drink juice. Just don't drink juice with that chemical in it. Because that chemical right there causes you to gain more weight, and it's not healthy sugar. You know, when we were all cavemen and we didn't have science, we weren't having high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup came now, and our body doesn't know what to do with it, and this is a poison. So I think that's where people should start from, is read the ingredients. You know, because I can bet you so many people just don't turn around and read ingredients.
Now have a lot of applications, have ChatGPT, explain the ingredients,
social media.
It's also habits. So if you make it 2-3 times, and after 3 times you understand the chemical, and you never conversate with GPT, you just understand what this means. But in US have two type of products. You have eco and have like for normal food. And when I read the ingredients, like normal classic food, they not write the full chemical like it. You know, it's cheating also. Normal human from US, for example, understand this and
if you don't
manage it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think first
It's big challenge.
this is a big challenge. And then it's also like, just because you read the ingredient, are you doing the research? Right? Most people don't want to read a article about this specific chemical and all that. People don't want that. So the shortcut, I mean, I guess I would say, right, for general person, see what's already in your house and what you eat consistently, right? And then just look at the ingredients, but then be like, all right, what's the same product, and just compare it and see if you like it too. But you gotta like it.
Yeah.
Like we are humans. We have emotions. So our emotions, drive us, right? And so, okay, you like this type of bread. Okay, now look at other breads and see if the taste is the same. Yeah, it's different ingredients. Now you don't know the difference, but there is a difference. So that's what you gotta train yourself. It's like there's options. This is America. That's the thing.
Yes.
There's good things, there's bad things, but there's still a choice.
Choice.
There's
Right.
many different products. So I would say, what do you already have? What do you consistently use? What's the consistent cereal you have, or milk, or any of those things? And then just take a peek at the other products. That's the same, just a different brand, and try that out. Yeah, I think that's a simple way. Instead of reading an article and understanding chemicals, I think that's the quicker way. Start from there.
How do you think in the near future, in near 3-5 years, but now we're talking about something hard? We try to connect science and lifestyle, but it's really hard to connect it. For us, it's really easy, but for scientists, it's easy, but for people, it's not easy.
Not easy.
So how do you think in near future, where we want to go, like scientists, for helping people like organize the lifestyle?
I think what I would like to happen is maybe have scientists be our doctors instead of doctors.
Yes.
Because, like I told you, doctors don't prevent anything; they just fix what's already wrong. Where scientists is like, you have this gene, so you can't have this food. You can have this food. The way your microbiome is, you can't have it. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
They're just not gonna prescribe you any medicine.
I'm like the doctor. I'm explaining you why, but we have protocols.
Exactly.
That's why we need to follow the protocols. It's general.
Yeah,
and
incentives too.
Yes.
Like if doctors sell you, and we know this, farmer, if doctors sell you a specific pill medicine, they get paid.
Yeah.
So now it's all messed up. So now there's an incentive to give you this pill instead of actually helping you. We don't know if this pill worked. How many times have we seen pills on the commercial and there's 1,000 things that can go wrong? And you're like, wait, hold up. So this might not work? Where we can go to a scientist and be like, yeah, this is exactly you. I'm not comparing you to everyone. No, I'm talking about you and your DNA and your makeup. So I wish we can kind of move towards scientists, but doctors have the power when it comes to medicine and giving you pharmacies. So I can say I don't know what I think is gonna happen. I just hope it becomes more science.
It's already happened.
already happening.
I explain you, but in our course, have a lot of scientists and have a lot of doctors. You understand?
Oh yeah.
So we already connected, and we already understand. Doctors understand the scientists, and scientists understand the doctors. But so doctors have different visions. It's really interesting, but need changing the protocols for prescription. And sometimes science is really hard to for doctors.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to understand. That's why I learning and I want to understand more deep. So we already in future.
Yeah.
So we have DNA test now for food, for allergy, and a lot of different type of tests.
Family
history, and
how you predisposed to have something.
It's already helped us to control and predict, but when artificial intelligence start researching, it's happened. But the general problem is we don't have all genes of all world people. So it's general problem. We don't understand how it's working for Indian, how it's working for Asian person, European person. It's completely different environment. Yeah.
Environment has a lot to do with, like if you're around natural food all the time, you don't have access to chemicals, bad food. So most likely you're going to be in a good space. Now, if you have quick access to quick food that have bad chemicals, that's your environment, and you're probably going to have that. So environment has a lot to do with your genetic makeup, right? Like there's people who live in one part of the world or Antarctica who eat like cold fish meat, and that's all they eat every day. Where if you give that to somebody else who didn't live there, they probably couldn't break that down the same way. And it shows you like, oh, where you are in the world affects your genes and also impact what you eat and how that food impacts you. And so even that it's complicated, right? So that's why science is so great, because science focuses on you, just you, and give me your material, not in general. I'm gonna give you general help. What does general do? Oh, it didn't work. Oh, come back. Oh, that didn't work. Come back. Where we can just cut all that out get your genome, look at it, and see, all right, so you have this gene, you have that gene,
Yeah.
this gene is turned off. All right, let's tailor made your lifestyle and how to eat and how to be healthy to your genes. And then that then impacts your habits. Because now you know, oh, I was born with this. I had this. This is me. This is not like me trying to change my environment, right? Like if you're in a butcher shop and all you see is meat all around, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna try to find vegetables in here. No, there's no vegetables in here. But no, so you can't change your environment,
Yeah.
right? That's an example of just like, all right, you got to understand like the reality of like, okay, what is around me? Like, what are the bad habits? And just understand like, oh wait, I'm going for the quick thing.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention. So all that, yeah, habits and environment is
Yeah.
big.
So habits connected with lifestyle,
Mhm.
actions with emotions. So why people like food, like
Mhm.
good, tasty food,
Yep.
but tasty it makes emotions.
Oh yeah.
So it's the general problem. All stuff for lifestyle make
Yes.
neurotransmitters makes us feelings, and feelings save emotions. Emotions save memories, and memories make us lifestyle.
Yeah, and the
Yes,
control.
yes, control us. So when it happened, when doctors connected with scientists, deep connected, we already have patients who already have predictions now. It's personalized drugs, it's personalized prescriptions. We have a lot of American people have really overweight.
We're the
Yes,
most overweight.
yeah,
country in
yeah,
the
yeah.
world. Yeah.
So it's about habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already with genetic in this moment, but it's about habits.
Yeah.
How to fix this habit? I have some idea, and it's already working for overweight people. Now have not insulin, Ozempic, and Mounjaro. So
Mm.
these peptides, and it's working with enzymes.
Yep.
So how it's working?
I mean, in general, Ozempic just, it kind of gives you the sugar boost without eating sugar. So then your body's like, when you take the Ozempic, your body's like, thinks, oh, I got all this glucose. Got it. So then you're not hungry anymore. So then Ozempic just stops you from eating because your body thinks, oh, I already have the sugar in here. But you cut the process of breaking down that food and all the other benefits that come with the food, right? Like eating a strawberry is not just sugar, right? The fiber that's in it,
Yeah.
seeds that's in it, right? So Ozempic is just like a quick way of saying, okay, I got sugar in me. I don't need nothing else.
But when stop the course, it's continuum. So it's continuum, same feelings, same.
Oh, you still have these feelings of wanting to.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I've heard people say that you've lost your desire.
Yeah, desire.
For when you take Ozempic or those drugs, like you lose the desire for wanting those sugary cake or ice cream and they say even other desires of like even being motivated for things. Like it kind of drops your need for things. Right? Because one of the most beneficial things, and we've had it since humans were here, is hunger. And hunger, you can have hunger for a job to be successful. Hunger's not bad.
Mhm.
And I think that's a big problem that we have in America is like, there are people hungry who can't get food. That's
But
true.
it's connected with sensitive. Sometimes, for example, I'm hungry and someone hungry.
Yep.
It's different motivation to make action.
Yes.
So the Ozempic and
Take that away.
yes, help to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Ozempic, it's like one step, but in future, it's need make some tablets, not fix the symptom, not hungry, and fix the problem.
Yes.
We do this podcast for normal human, for like, and I hope the people a little bit understand where
It's all connected.
yeah.
It's all connected. It's not just, it's like you said, habits, lifestyle, mindset, right? Everything before you even put that food in your mouth or make that decision, right? Because there's always things that lead up to it. I think a lot of us ignore that though, and go for that easy thing and for that unhealthy thing, and don't read the ingredients. So I think it all goes back down to food conscious. Just think before you eat that, like what's on there, or there's a bunch of options. How about you just choose the right options? No one's telling you don't eat.
Try it. Just try it.
No one's telling you don't eat that fried chicken. There's only 10 of them right now. We can have that one.
It's important not pushing ourselves. Don't have any good or bad food.
Yep.
Food, it's food.
Food is food. Food is not good or bad.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, there might be bad things in it
yes.
where you can have the same thing, just not that in it, and we're good. And that's where it goes back to reading ingredients and education.
Before we finish, I want to share something that happened during one of the biolabs lectures. While we learning, I started thinking about this podcast as if we had already recorded. It was some short moment, but it felt clear. And now I sitting here with you, I feel that it really come true. I'm really glad we did this. And to everyone listener, thank you for your time. Ray, do you want to share some final thoughts?
Well, first, I appreciate you having me on here. Thank you for, inviting me. This was a great talk. And it shows me like there's so much more to like an individual's health than just one way to do things. There's so many ways to do about it. And I think we as a society, I think we're behind on genetics. And we know so much about genetics,
Yeah.
but the common person doesn't know about it. And I think once the common person do know about genetics and genes, they understand themselves as an individual. Because that's what really makes us like great. Like we together are strong, but as an individual, you can't forget yourself. Because as an individual, you're different. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
And so when you brought up about in science, we just do this one thing and that's it. Because in science, you don't speak about it until it's
Yeah.
proven, until it's facts.
Yes.
But along the way, you learn some facts.
Yeah.
So it's good to like share those facts along the way. But that's where science is different than being a doctor, where like you don't know until the end, until it's done. The experiment is over.
Yes.
So I think everyone should know a little bit about genetics because everyone has genes
Yes.
and everyone has DNA. So everyone should have a little bit of an understanding of, no, this is not complicated to understand. It's just what you are and what you have. Just like looking in the mirror. Looking in the mirror is like looking at your genes. And so I hope that we can educate people more on genetics because
We can in future. I hope we have more lectures and podcasts with people like you, and you try to make your own podcast for people who like
simple.
something simple.
Yes. Hopefully, who knows? But thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It was amazing.